to thank you for the opportunity to get to introduce myself to you. I'm a candidate for county commissioner, and I've been to a few of your meetings, and I really appreciate your support and your fight for freedom. And I think we're all going to have to stand up for that on every level, our families, our individual freedoms, our businesses, and I think we need that spunk and that fight in our government as well. I think we've been complacent and silent too long, and I think our government needs shook up a little bit. I looked at my own conservative Republican Party, and I personally didn't see anybody that would add that spunk and wouldn't offer anything more of the status quo and business as usual. So I filed to run. But before I go on, I know most of you don't know anything about me personally, so I'll tell you a little bit about myself. My husband and I are both Oregonians. Yes?
The name, please. Who are you? Which county are
Colleen
you
Roberts.
What position do you run?
Jackson County Commissioner and the Republican Party. Thank you. My husband Steve and I are both born and raised in Oregon, in the Klamath County area. I was raised in Klamath Falls, and he was in Bonanza. We're small people. When I was in 8th grade, we moved over to the Rogue Valley, in fact to Rogue River, and I graduated from Rogue River High School. And I did meet Steve, who went to college in Portland, and we married and settled back down here in the Rogue Valley, because that's where our families were. And this year we've been married 36 years, and we spent about the last 23 living in the mountains of Prospect. And we love the freedom and seclusion there, although I keep the road hot. Everything I do is down here. Our family's down here, my church is down here, and my business is as well, but it's worth the drive. We raised 3 boys, and they're grown men with families of their own, and 2 of those families live in the Rogue Valley. And next month, I'll have my 10th grandbaby arrive, and our oldest is only 7. So when we get together, it's quite chaotic and mob-like, and I think it's part of my training for politics. But I am a Christian, and it is a barometer for my life. I have the privilege, I play piano every Sunday at Foots Creek Chapel, just down the highway here from Rogue River. And I'm involved in children's ministries, and they can let me sing once in a while. In fact, Sunday is Easter. We have a cantata, and if you ever get a chance to stop by, I do a solo. But I have a bachelor's degree and a master's degree in business administration, and in the 80s, when we lived in Eagle Point, I started my own little company and did all the licensing and played the little business game and started a business called Sensational Sweets. And I did cakes and candies in my home while I was raising my kids. Then in '93, I partnered up with my sister, and we opened a full-service bakery in Eagle Point. And then in 2004, we moved it to the location we're at now towards the golf course. And that's what you enjoyed tonight, was the donuts from our shop.
Wow.
Thank you. You're welcome. We always have a few left over. I take them wherever I go.
Is it called bribery?
No bribery. It's just good food. I tell you this so you know, I'm no stranger to teamwork and grit and determination and dedication. And it takes all those things to make great things happen. But likewise, I'm no stranger to discourse in the public sector, and that has been happening at the commissioners' meetings and at their decisions. They've been taking the routes of financial responsibility that I questioned. I accused them of being out of touch with the people they serve, and I decided I'd better put my money where my mouth is and stand up and make a difference. Even a year ago, when the commissioners, with the stroke of a pen, put 3 measures on our ballot to have our vote taken away for the assessor, surveyor, and clerk, I argued that position against them. I argued with Mr. Skundrick personally, and he just assured me we had a difference of opinion, and he was trying to streamline government. And I told him I don't want a streamlined government. I want a government by the people with our voice. So I authored one of those arguments in the voters pamphlet. It cost $400 to put that in there to fight what they were doing. And I was so proud of the voters. We resoundingly defeated their efforts, and I thought it was a real victory for the voters and the citizens of Jackson County. I am opposed to their high salaries. I think our 6-figure digit incomes at our county level are very detrimental to our budget. And without the ONC funds, last I heard, their budget is $6 million in the red. And I know we have a great rainy day fund, but it's not going to last long with those kind of deficits without either ONC funds or without those lands opened up to generate the income to support our county. And even 4 years ago, when the commissioners, a different commission board, voted to take a huge 26 or 28% increase, I argued it in, and they assured me the budget committee recommended to them they'd never suggest that for themselves. So I called a budget committee member and questioned why they could make that recommendation. And he assured me I had no clue what a CEO at that level made, and he did, and he had done his research, and in fact, if I was questioning his decision, our conversation was over. So you know, when our county commissioners or the people they appoint to the committees or the people they appoint to service in government tell us to shut up, we have two choices, and I haven't shut up. so here I am. There's other issues I'm learning as I go. There's so many concerns coming to our county. Financial definitely is one thing, and I do concur with the commissioners, all our legislators. We need our ONC lands opened up to harvest and manage like it was intended to be. And it perplexes me when I see we have a home rule charter for local control, and we have something called my mind goes blank. It's on my notes. That coordination act that they just recently passed. That's for local control. So why don't we have local control? It's either not being enforced or it's not written properly. And as I learn and I try to investigate that, I'm going to see why we can't have our own local control in Jackson County. There's something called, you guys know about GMO? And the genetically modified plants and seeds that has been going on forever, or soybean, or wheat, or corn, or sugar beets, are all genetically modified. And we have organic and traditional farmers in the Rogue Valley trying to keep their organic and traditional farms going. And I think we need commissioners that are going to protect them and protect our current businesses and encourage economic growth, but protect our citizens as well. And then, of course, the dam removals, another issue that I think our water tables are going to change, and I don't know if our commissioners are on top of how that's going to affect our population, but I know Talon Irrigation District got a third of its water from Klamath, and their dam removal may even discontinue their water source from that without any commissioner input. And you'd think with a coordination act we would have been there, seeing to it that our water was not disturbed in that way. But I just want you to know I'm a voice, I'm a representation for the people, I'm passionate about small government, I'm passionate about families and businesses, and about our freedoms and a future for Jackson County. And I'd be happy to answer any questions. I've got some written material and some campaign buttons, and my signs are on their way. So if there's anything, I've got a webpage, check me out.
What is that?
My webpage is Colleen Roberts for countycommissioner.com.